Hey, it's me, GV, and welcome back to episode, I believe this is 14 of our Oblivion on the hardest difficulty playthrough, which has been a joy, man. As I keep saying, it's just so much fun having a challenge. You know, I think that's what I ultimately needed, because Oblivion, I love this game to death, but I think it and Fallout 3 kind of get to that point where, like, I need something a little oomph, I need a little oomph, I need a little extra. And the hardest difficulty challenge has definitely been that missing oomph for me. Whereas Skyrim, as much as people like to crap on it these days, like, you know, I do feel like it's the easiest Bethesda game to kind of jump into and immediately get gripped for most of the playthrough. But I know, obviously, a lot of people have different opinions on that. Anyways, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the playthrough, where we're playing as, Mr. Vana 2, who is a character I'm quite enjoying thus far. Funny dude. It's not often that you can RP in Bethesda games in general, but also as some sort of like coward. I like this character a lot more than I thought I would, and I think it quite fits this, particular challenge. So anyways, Vana 2, the Breton, level 11. Like I said, I think we're going to keep increasing levels. It can hurt you, obviously, in the hardest difficulty as well, but we seem to be doing okay. It's the type of thing where, yes, if we make a big mistake, it can all be over. And we are going to need some major upgrades soon as well. But I don't know. I mean, it seems to be working. We are leveling up very fast because obviously we're dealing a lot of damage, or at least we're engaged in combat for a long time because the difficulty is hard. Anyways, Independent Thievery is the overall Thieves Guild quest, and I think we've already passed it. You can really just knock it out in one fell swoop if you, know what you're doing. So I think we've already done that, but we can always loot stores if we need to, continue it. So we should have a Thieves Guild job. Oh, Scriva. That's right. We get to go meet Scriva. Yeah, because I think if we talked to Mr. Armand Christophe, he literally would not talk to us. Or he would not give us a Thieves Guild special job. Ooh. No, I'll just touch your pecs there. Quite out in the forefront they are. you just have them on full display, don't you? Okay, so it's giving me multiple quest markers because it's leading me to the other fence. What's his name? Ongar. I get his name and then the person that owns the Bruma Tavern kind of mixed up. Ongar, the World Weary, and Olav's Tap and Tack. Hello there. Let me just give you a little bless. Yes, look at your face just... Wow, it got so big there for a split second that you immediately disliked me again. I'm used to it. Don't worry about it. Darjee's house. Why is it... Yeah, okay. So, I've reached my goal. We gotta go see Scriva. But where is Scriva? I think she is here, because Darjee... Oh, is Darjee actually... Oh, Scriva's in... Yeah, I was gonna say, Scriva is in Breville. That's right. Which I can't believe I've never, had some sort of Brazil joke. I've never called it Breville, Brazil. It's just right there. It's literally just switch the V to the Z. And they're, so close at the end of the alphabetical spectrum as well. What the heck? All right, Scriva. Yeah, this was, man, I like this character a lot, if I remember correctly, in Darvesh's playthrough. Which, by the way, I'm going to have to upload as a compilation series soon. I don't know. Yeah, let me know in the comment section. Would you all want to see... Grohlvana's playthrough compiled on the Saturday slot on this channel, or Darvesh's his playthrough compiled? Let me know, because I need to do one of those two, and I'm not sure what. Dark Souls is current, but it's only going to be 3 total compilation videos, so that'll be quick. And we can do something else. Anyways, what up, Scriva? Should I? Yeah, we'll just charm everybody. Hello there. I impart upon you Vana 2's blessing.
Ah,
nice to see you.
You are the new thief. I am your new doyen.
Yo, what up? Yeah, doyen. Again, never heard that word outside of this game, which is weird because I'm a word nerd, so I try to, notice patterns in words and stuff, but I don't ever hear doyen. I don't even know if that's an Oblivion specific thing. Okay, so can you tell me anything about Breville? I don't make it down here all that often, I must say.
Breville perhaps presents little scope for an ambitious member of our guild. Perhaps you may find the castle entertaining. Little else.
Which is very true because, yeah, you wouldn't really be able to, get a lot of, It's ironic that Skriva is such like a, Skriva is a higher level Doyen. Or maybe they're the same rank. But point is, yeah, you're not going to find much in Breville because, yeah, you definitely... The only place would be the castle, I guess, with, like, display cases and stuff where you could thieve. I'd like to pay off my fines and bounty if I have any.
The hunter can...
Okay, yeah, I always just check this just to see if we have anything because it can throw a wrench into your play style. I have heard you have a Thieves Guild a special job. As a decorated thief myself, I am very much up to the task.
I have a special request from the widow of a former fence in Leyawiin. As your new doyen, I am asking you to help her. A street scavenger made off with a ring that the widow Adarji values highly. She is offering a reward. The guild frowns on freelance thieves. Are you willing to go to Leyawiin, find the ring, and get it back to Adarji?
Oh my god, it's been so long since I met this character. He's like such a classic character. I just remembered this guy even exists. Yes, I will help out this poor widow. We can't have people being a thief vigilante. That's like doubling up on the crime there. Yes.
This is good. Go to Leyawiin, speak with Adarji, and help her find her ring.
Will do. It's interesting you go to Leyawiin immediately. You would think maybe you would do a Breville quest, considering Skriva is in Breville. Okay.
Good hunting.
Good hunting to you as well. Take Vanatu's blessing. I should, like, remake that spell and call it that. What did we call it? We called it Voice of the Sorcerer, which I actually like. In retrospect. Okay, so a new unique Thieves Guild quest. And remember, we're doing the Thieves Guild because I do need to get money to be able to create spells. We're pretty much all right now, but we definitely need to add that second component into the conjuration, not just have the conjuration. The conjuration can get us through, as you saw with oh yeah, the person that gave me the comment question of the episode today, also, I believe it was them, gave me a great name for our conjured, I almost said Quasit from Baldur's Gate 3, our conjured clan fear. Yes, indeed. And that is Dome, which I actually like a lot. Yeah, I'm going to call the Conjured Clan Fear Dome. I think that's a really great name. There was a couple of really good suggestions as to what we should call, yeah, the Clan Fear. But we're going to call this guy Dome because obviously he just has a massive dome, a sloped, what would you even call that? Very dinosaur, I don't know, like a sloped head. You know what I mean? But yeah, I like that name, so he is officially Dome. And also, yeah, RP has a 2002 in our Discord asked for the comment question of the episode. If you could be the first person to land on Mars, part of a crew, part of the ship, and there was a 98% chance you could come back safe, but you had to leave your current life for 3 years, would you do it? You also became famous after and therefore set for life financially, but you'd have to leave your partner for 3 years. No. That is such an easy answer for me. No, not in the slightest would I be interested in that. As I will explain.
Thank you for your help.
Another pirate beggar here. Rancid Radirsha. Jesus Christ, go take a bath. I'm pretty sure there's like... Yeah, there's a pool in Leyawiin. There's a very important pool in Leyawiin, actually. Do you happen to know about Adarji? I've heard she's got mixed up in quite a foul business.
She lives on the west side of town. She is fond of the Three Sisters Lodge in the evening, but takes her midday meal at the Five Claws.
I see. I feel like there's a lot of Khajiit.
Blessings of Mystara upon ye.
Upon ye, right, yeah, the pirate beggars for some reason. I feel like there's a lot of Khajiit and Argonians down in Breville and Leyawiin, which is interesting. I mean, Black Marsh is literally here, which is the land of the Argonians, so they wouldn't have to go far to make it to Leyawiin, which makes sense. But why are there so many Khajiit? Where's Elsewhere? I'm forgetting where Elsewhere is. Isn't it on the west side? There's Valenwood, the land of the Bosmer Wood Elves. I am forgetting where Elsewhere is in the grand scheme of things. There's Skyrim, of course, Morrowind to the east, Black Marsh. Where is it? It's like southwest. I'm forgetting completely. Anyways, yeah, I just feel like there's a large variety of Khajiit and Argonians in the southern Cyrodiil parts, if that makes sense. Okay, so she has given us a hint here. Skriva has asked me to retrieve a ring that belongs to a Darji. She is a Khajiit living in Leyawiin. I need to go to Leyawiin and see if I can find her. And as usual with the Thieves Guild, boop, just a blessing of honor too upon you. I know that sounds a little egotistical, but trust me, it's quite the nice blessing to have. Now here's the pool of water that I was referencing earlier, and anytime you see a pool of water in Oblivion, there is always going to be a nerd root, as you can see. Boop. Typically 1 to 2 per city. And it's a drop in the bucket because you do need, as I said, like 110 nerd root. But it is nice to grab them. I mean, I'm sure anybody that's played a significant amount of Oblivion knows when you see a nerd root, your brain immediately goes, oh, oh, oh. But not in Skyrim because of that quest. Yeah, they became rampant.
It looks
Hello
Why
there.
does the prey approach me?
The prey? No. I'm here about Adagi's stolen ring. I'm sure you know of it.
Yes, a filthy Argonian stole my precious ring. It was a gift from my mate. It has sentimental value. I will pay well.
I can imagine.
The stupid lizard hunts with the name Amusei. Find him, find my ring. Make him suffer. Kill him, and I will be pleased.
Now, unfortunately, I can't kill, as per the Thieves Guild, the rules. But I get it. Trust me. I would get pissed off at that, too. That would suck. The guild frowns on killing. I hate to inform you.
Stupid guild rules. He is only an Argonian. He is less than human and much less than Khajiit. If you must spare him, at least make him suffer.
Well, that's quite racist, if I do say so myself. I mean, he could say the same thing about you, and that wouldn't feel so nice to you now, would it? So, think about that.
Swift hunting.
And also to you, swift hunting, although I do not like that you referred to me as prey. That immediately set the tone for the conversation to be quite adversarial. Hello there, D the Scalawag.
I'm only asking for enough to feed me kids.
Ah, well, that's fantastic. But I'm actually here for, she pronounced it in a weird way. What did she say? Amusei or something? I've always pronounced him Amusei. Something like that, but I feel like she pronounced his name differently. Do you know anything about Amusei? I hear he's an Argonian that gets into quite the spot of trouble.
The poor bugger was arrested. Seems he tried to swindle the Countess. He's rotting in a cell in the castle dungeon now.
Oh my.
It's common knowledge that the jailers can be bribed to allow visitors to see prisoners.
Well, that's good to know. I don't quite want to be parted with my money. I don't have a lot.
Blessings of Mystara upon
Who the heck is Mystara? Somebody let me know in the comments section, because, like, I don't know who Mystara is in terms of Oblivion lore, Elder Scrolls lore in general. Not the lore guy. Okay, so we need to go to the dungeon and break out Amusei. The dungeon, of course, is in the castle. Now, I actually love this character. I feel like this is a Cicero character for me. Like, Cicero, I hated when Skyrim first came out. I feel like, man, I cannot express enough. Like, now being into my 30s, I just, like, absorb media so differently than I was younger. Because, like, with Cicero, I feel like I was like, oh, okay, he's meant to be annoying. I don't like him. But then, obviously, if you pay attention to the story and everything, you know, he's much more complex than you would think. So now I feel like it's been a while, honestly, since I've done the Dark Brotherhood all the way through. But if I did that in Skyrim, I feel like I would like Cicero a lot more than I used to. But Amusei, I feel like I've always liked him. We'll see this time around. He's an interesting character when it comes to the Thieves Guild. No, I'm not lost. I'm actually supposed to be here. I'm looking for an Argonian. Do you mind if I just... it's not illegal, right? Okay. All right, I'm just going to head in here. I'm just looking for... Ooh, I could do some thievery while I'm here. These guards will be none the wiser. Let me just grab my spell real quick. Where is the minor latch crack? Do a 360 as well. Little bit of flair, you see. Oh, better lock that paintbrush and that shovel away. Yeah, that's definitely one of my least favorite things about Oblivion specifically by far is, like, they'll have all these locked chests and they literally will just have nothing. Garbage inside. Over and over and over. Ah, another locked chest, eh? 360, yeah. It cannot hold... Okay, well, it has literally nothing. It is the evidence chest, though, so that makes sense, because that's where your stuff would go if you went to jail, and you could pick it. You could get it, if you so wish. Oh, okay. So, yeah, we could bribe him. How much gold do we have? 522. I mean, I really don't want to spend gold if we don't have to. So, I think we'll just be stealthy. And, yeah, let's make a new save as well. Wooden door heart. Okay. Bloop. Bloop. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, I can't stress enough, man. I love Oblivion's lockpicking mechanic, little mini game. But boy, oh boy, does it take practice. Like, I can't stress enough. Like, it really is just feel. You have to feel for, like, it's hard to explain. Like, a lot of it does come down to just repetition and practice to, like, kind of, your brain will, like, hinge on the animations, if that makes sense. So I feel like I'm good at Oblivion lockpicking, but it also took a very long time to, like, be able to, like, you know, have your brain notice when things are happening. Okay, hello there. Amusei, I'm here to rescue you.
What do you want?
Well, don't give me that tone. How did you end up in Leyawiin?
The Thieves Guild refused to take me, so I came here. Leyawiin is my home. It is where I was raised. I went to the Imperial City in hopes of joining the Thieves Guild. Now, I am forced to live as a freelance thief.
Oh, I completely blanked. For some reason, I thought Amusei and the Argonian at the beginning of the Thieves Guild were two different people. But no, Amusei's the same guy. But he has a through line throughout this entire Thieves Guild quest line. I don't know why I was thinking he was somebody else. I was thinking this was the first time you would meet him, but that's not true. Do you happen to know where Dodgy's ring is?
Why should I tell you where it is? Here I sit in Leyawiin's dungeon while you are free. What will you do for Amusei if I tell you?
Okay, so he said Amusei. So even though I've always pronounced him Amusei, Amusei, I gotta remember that because, I mean, he would know. I'll put in a good word for you. Oh, yeah. I'll cut you in on the profits. We don't need to do that. What if I give you a lockpick? I'll put a good word in for you. What if I sneak you a lockpick? Amusei?
You'd do that for me? Maybe you guild types aren't so bad after all. Okay, it's a deal. Give me a lockpick, and I'll tell you about the ring.
Ah, so this quest gets built upon, because I was getting this confused with the later quest. I think. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's like a really interesting quest involving Amusei, I do believe. Here, take this lockpick. It's my last one, so it's very valuable, I'll have you know.
Sunlit freedom. Yes, I stole that ring from a Darji. When I went to sell it, the fence told me I was too hot for him.
You were too hot for him?
He showed me an inscription on the inside, to Alessia. That had to be the Countess of Leyawiin. The damn ring was stolen property. Well, I figured I would ransom it back to the Countess, except she tricked me. I was arrested for theft, and she kept the ring. The Countess rarely leaves the castle. Good luck getting it back.
Oh, God. Oh, that's right. This goes, like, way farther. I forgot about this.
I owe you a debt of gratitude.
You do indeed. And you know what? I'll do you one even better, Amusei. I'm going to pick you right out of this cell, because I just told the people that are watching through the 3rd, 4th, 5th dimension that I'm good at lockpicking, and now I must prove myself with a very hard lock, which is always scary, because one misstep and everything falls through. But, yeah, I'm you know, honestly, it really comes down to anxiety, like, oh, look at him go. Okay, look at that. Yeah, cool. There's still so many things, like, I've either never done in Oblivion or just haven't really messed around with too much. The guard opened the door for him. What a nice guy. I don't even think they're going to care. I mean, I want to kind of go up and see what happens, but I don't want to be... Oh, okay. So the guard opened the door, and then Amusei is supposed to open it and leave. All right, let me get that for you. All right, you're free to go, Amusei. Well, okay, you hang out there. That's cool, too. Yeah, so I guess you could just lockpick them. You can also, you know, use those 3 other lines of dialogue. Anyways, yeah, about anxiety, like, I used to be way more anxious as a kid and blah, blah, blah. I've talked about it a lot. But anyways, point is like, when you're lockpicking, if you just keep a cool head and don't let anxieties get to you, what if this happens? You're way better at lockpicking. And that applies to pretty much everything with anxiety. It's something I'm learning more and more as time goes on. But it's hard to get into that groove, obviously, sometimes. Okay. Amusei told me that the ring was inscribed on the inside with the name Alessia Caro, a.k.a. the Countess of Leyawiin. Because, yeah, in Oblivion, obviously, it's very, what would you call it? Castilic? I don't know what the word, involving castles, whatever. Feudal? I don't know. Anyways, point is, there's castles, and there's, like, a count and a countess, pretty much. And then the emperor, of course. Apparently, he tried to sell it back to her. When he went to deliver the ring, he was arrested and thrown into jail. She kept the ring. Must be somewhere in the castle, assuming she isn't wearing it. I'll need to find someone who can tell exactly where. This might be a good time to revisit Adarji or to see what the beggars know. Which is quite interesting. Now, by the way, yeah, I'm getting this confused with a quest that I'm sure people know what I'm talking about. There are always secrets in castles in Oblivion. There's a lot, like more than you would think. Haha, I didn't mean to actually pickpocket him. Well, I was just checking it.
Lost.
No, I'm not lost. Actually, fantastic jail cell you have here. Great job, man. I mean, really, everything looks spiffy. Okay, Vanatu's blessing to you. Goodbye. I flee now. Bye-bye. Not fleeing, though, because I didn't do anything wrong. And you can't prove it even if I did. But, anyways. Bye-bye. Yeah, there's tons and tons and tons of, like, secrets. Like, if you look at the pillars on the walls, I'll see if I can find an example. Yeah, kind of like these. Sometimes you can pull them, and then also there's, like, hidden candelabras and stuff as well. It kind of depends on which ones have those, but there's a lot of stuff. So the point is like, hover over things in Oblivion, and you may be surprised sometimes. Okay, so I'm gonna go level up. Yeah. We still don't have a bed. I mean, we can go to any Mages Guild, though. Yeah, we can just go to the Mages Guild to get a free bed. The problem is I don't know where they are, so it takes time to find them. Yeah, the only thing is, like, I want to pump more points into armor. Oh! Yeah, a lot of people left good comments about disintegrate armor, which I completely forgot. I remember last time we attempted this, people were telling me about that, which is very true. Yes, if you use the disintegrate armor, I believe it's a destruction spell. It's fantastic if you're doing this, because basically you not only, destroy armor and get destruction progress, but you also can then repair the armor with Armorer. So yes, that would be a fantastic thing for us to do. Here's the Leyawiin Mages Guild, by the way. Which one was it? Oh, this was the Degale one. Oh my god. Oh, somebody also mentioned that, what was his name? The eyebrow guy, Bogdan from... Oh, what the hell? Bogdan from Breaking Bad. Kalthar, was that his name? He was a Nord, so he was resistant to all the cold damage I was doing, which I did not think that dude was ever a Nord. But he's got that voice that they always give to the Nord, so it makes sense. Anyways, 3 skooma bottles. That's weird. So that's, like, deliberately put there in that wooden chest. Interesting. For those that don't know, skooma is obviously the drug of the Elder Scrolls world. Typically, every fantasy world has a drug or something. In The Witcher, it's Fistek, for instance. But anyways, yeah, skooma is a drug, so that's interesting. Somebody, like, hid drugs there, which I don't think I've ever even found in Leyawiin. I wonder if there's, like, more to that. Like, if there's somebody that would be, like, hinted at as being the drug user. I don't know. But fun fact, I believe skooma is used in speed runs. You basically, I think, infinitely duplicate it, and then you drink it because it increases your literal speed, I believe. I don't really ever play characters that use drugs, just because, not for any particular reason. I mean, I would definitely RP as somebody like that, but I just don't. I don't know. It's just a play style. I don't typically like doing things that give me a negative, if that makes sense. Getting addicted to skooma or whatever. That's a big reason in Fallout why I don't typically use the drugs, even though it's a big part of Fallout. You've ascended to level 12. You can't believe how easy it is. You just have to go a little crazy. And then suddenly it all makes sense and everything you do turns to gold. Okay, so endurance +3, as many people have pointed out, yes, we could be doing efficient leveling, whatever the heck, and getting this to +5. Like I said, I'm not going to care about that. If it ruins the playthrough, that's going to suck, but I'm going to do my darndest to just make this a natural and fun playthrough, whilst putting a focus on, obviously, int, willpower, and endurance. I think we're going to be fine. As I have said, I think I have a strong feeling we're going to be okay. And if we're not, fair enough. But I'm going to give it my best shot. I have no interest in playing literally perfectly and min-maxing perfectly and everything like that. I know it would obviously help even more, but it's just not what I'm interested in, man. It just kind of takes all the fun out of the game for me to, like, only focus on numbers and stats. That is not my playstyle in anything, D&D, whatever. You know, obviously I do like to be efficient. I would rather, you know, learn and successfully upgrade my levels and stats in a smart way, but doing it literally perfectly, yeah, not my thing. Okay, looks like we have somebody that's out and about over this way, most likely a beggar. Oh, you know what? Let's go to, it said a Darji, right? So I feel like this is not a Darji. Also, sometimes Bethesda says the person is out and about by having a green icon, but in reality, you do have to go through something else. And also, there may be another... Oh, that's a Darji right there. That is not a Darji. That is rancid whatever. Yeah, you know what?
I'm saving up enough for some medicine.
No, that's so terrible. Actually, 1 second. Let me just touch you again. Yeah.
I'm only asking for enough to feed me kids.
Well, was it to feed your kids or was it for the medicine? Because you said two different things there. Anyways, do you know where the Caro family ring is?
So, Alicia Caro has recovered her ring. And now you want to know where she keeps it so you can steal it back. My pockets are a little light at the moment, if you know what I mean.
No. I made you green. Okay, I can spare 10 gold coins. That's fine, I suppose.
I don't know where she keeps the ring, but I know who does. Talk to Ladara Mothril, the Countess's handmaiden. She eats dinner in the castle at the 8th bell. You may have to sweet-talk her, but she knows all about Alicia Caro's habits and schedules. You should know that there are other secrets in that castle.
Oh, this is the quest, isn't it? I always get this confused. Also, she said Alicia, even though it's like E-S-S, you would think it would be Alessia. The pronunciation in Oblivion, I feel like, is very fast and loose compared to, like, Skyrim, where they took it a little more seriously because the Elder Scrolls series was getting bigger. What secrets?
I've heard of a hidden torture chamber. They say that Count Marius interrogates Argonian immigrants from Black Marsh. The servants whisper that the Argonians are dragged into the basement and never seen again. You should stay out of there, just in case.
Yeah, this is... okay.
Blessings of Arche upon ye.
And also ye, my friend, also ye. All right, so yeah, we have another pool of water here, which means there may be another Nern route. Is there not? Typically, if it's like 1-to-1, you find one pool of water, and then there's like a Nern route for it. You know what I mean? But I guess not. Interesting. Okay, so we have all tasks set ahead. We need to find the chambermaid and then kind of convince her, which obviously we have with Boop, Vanatu's blessing. Anyways, so the comment question of the episode, yeah, no, I am 0% interested in going to space. I am terrified of heights, and to be honest, that is like the epitome of what that fear is. Like, watching the film The Martian, I think when they're either going up to Mars for the first time or when he's getting near the end of the film, that stuff is terrifying to me. Like, I would not be able to do it. It is literally terrifying, the fact that, like, so many things can go wrong in terms of space travel and all that. Yeah, no, it would be my literal nightmare. So I don't really care about, you know, potential benefits of becoming rich and famous and all that. I don't care at all. Plus the added on thing that, yeah, like I wouldn't be able to see my partner for 3 years. No. That is such an easy no to me. It's not even funny. But let me know in the comment section below. Would you be the first person to land on Mars and become rich and famous? 98% chance to come back safe. Okay, so actually, yeah, I forgot about that part. But you'd have to leave for 3 years. You'd be the only person, yada, yada, yada. Let me know. Basically, the film The Martian, right? At least a lot of it like that. No. Resounding no for me. But thank you for the question.
I am Ladora Mothril, Lady Leyawiin's chaplain and chief advisor. I assist her ladyship so that her enlightened policies might achieve the greatest possible influence upon the affairs of County Leyawiin.
I understand all of that, actually. We can ask about dark secrets. Interest. You know what? Let's get the whole layout. I had it in my head. I was like, oh, that's gonna be minor. That's gonna be a little bit clever, but it wasn't. Give me the deets on Leyawiin.
Leyawiin is in a state of transition. It has long been a respected county, making moderate cultural and economic contributions to the Empire. However, Leyawiin must move toward the mainstream of imperial culture, both in trade and in political affairs.
Oh, that's interesting. So she's saying, like, it's always been kind of separate from the imperial, reach, but she thinks it should be, like, more related to the Empire. Yeah, which would make sense, because it's, like, near the border of Blackmarsh, right? Do you happen to know where the Caro family ring is? I've heard she recovered it, which is, of course, fantastic news.
Countess Caro is so relieved to have the ring back. It's been missing for many years. She wears it constantly. Well, not all the time. I mean, she puts it in her jewelry box for baths and at night.
Of course.
No proper lady would wear her jewelry to bed.
No, of course. I mean, yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. I was just curious that, I was hoping everything would be back to normal with the ring. Do you know where she is, by chance? I think she's literally right behind you, but do you know?
Morning, she's at the town chapel. At the castle, she hosts the evening meal at 8. She retires sometime after 11. She travels to Coral on the Ides of every month. Don't even try to find her between the 15th and 17th.
Which is really interesting that they make such an important character, like, literally leave every 15th and 17th. I don't know if that's true, because that sounds like that would be difficult to program. Maybe. Probably not, but... and by the way, I mean, this is all hearsay, I'm sure, but do you know of any dark secrets in the Castle Leyawiin?
Shh! It's dangerous to be heard talking about that! The Countess has a secret passage somewhere in the basement that leads to her private quarters. That's where the torture chamber is. Sometimes I can hear the screams of the prisoners when I'm in my chambers.
Oh, God, okay, I think I should leave now.
I think I hear Milady calling.
Yes, she's right there, I do believe. Okay, well, thank you for the information to some random person. All right, it seems there's a secret passage that leads from the basement to the Countess' private chambers. If I can find it, that passage might be a safer way to sneak into her room. And 11 is when she goes to sleep, so we can sneak and grab the ring. Now, you can probably just literally pickpocket it. I don't know. In fact, I want to see if that's the case, because I like to find every little tiny interaction. And I'm going to save scum, obviously, when I don't fully intend on doing whatever. But I mean, we can give it a shot. She's literally looking, like, right at her, though. But maybe if we get cover from this... Oh, yep. So... Oh, you can. Look at that. Apple Castle... 5... This lady just has 5 apples on her person. The jewelry box key and the gold. Oh, that's a lot of gold, actually. You know what? Yoink!
Pickpocket!
No, liar, she's a liar. No, not listening. Bye-bye. No, you can't prove that. Goodbye. I have the power of loading saves. Adios. Into another universe. Okay. So, this is illegal to go through here, so now we got to be careful. And we got to remember 11. Now, here's the basement. And as I said earlier, yeah, there's like a secret... apparently a secret passage. So typically how Oblivion does it, it's, yeah, either these torches in these sconces, or there will just be some sort of, yeah, usually the pull, little columns on the walls, basically, is another thing. Okay, 46 lockpicks. So yeah, this is so weird, man, because, like, first of all, it's weird getting used to mouse and keyboard on this, too. That took me forever because I was so used to the controller doing this. Because I played Oblivion on the Xbox 360 back in the day. Come on. There we go. But yeah, when it goes whoop, like up to the top really fast, that's usually the point that you want to take these. Yeah. That's usually the point that you want to get ready to lock it in. Because I think it's confirmed. When it goes whoop, like really fast, the next one will be slow. And then you can lock it in. But it's been a while. Okay. So right here, you can obviously see a recess. There's like a square. That might not be what we need. But yeah, apparently there is a secret. Is it leading me right to it? Oh, maybe not. Huh. So, interesting. So I think it's pointing me to the door that we're trying to get to, but we don't know how to get to said door. Now, as I said, usually it's these like little torches or... You actually don't know what it is. Is it this? Oh, that's right. Yeah, there's just straight up a lever and a barrel here, which is actually pretty cool. I do like that that little secretive thing. Okay, so pulling the lever opens up this secret wall. Now, we're going to keep it open. If we were fully stealthy, we may want to close it as to not alert anybody, but we'll be stealthy. So, we're going into a torture chamber now, which is weird. Wooden door to secret room with an average lock. Yeah, I forgot how involved this quest is, man. This is like one of the most involved quests in all of Oblivion, I feel like, at least in terms of like a main level, you know, guild quest or something. Okay. And I forget exactly how this goes, but we definitely have a torture room here. Silver Warhammer, but not 40k. Ooh, calipers too. We have an average lock here. Might as well do some thievery. Why not? Da ta 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 ta. Silver dagger, don't mind if I do. Some pitchforks. All right, we got to be careful because I actually forget how this part of the quest goes. And I'm curious if we are in danger. We may very well be in danger. The hardest difficulty might come into play here in an otherwise not very combative episode. Combative. All right, wooden door to Lord's Manor's private quarters average. Oh, this, yeah, okay. Okay, so we have to, I'm going to close this. I'm going to make a save here. So we got save. Yeah, because this gets weird now. If I remember correctly, this is actually like genuinely hard to do stealth-wise. Obviously, if you have a ton of sneak, which I definitely did back in the day, you'd have a lot easier time here. But now, this might actually be hard. Okay, so now the red quest marker has changed to a green quest marker, meaning we know our target is in this very area somewhere. And there's another secret lever there, and then we have a chest here with an inkwell. All these chests where they just put random miscellaneous garbage items in. It's crazy. All right. Is this the quest I'm thinking of? Because all my memories just get jumbled together and start mixing together like random quests and stuff. We're going to take the paintbrushes. Let us see. So I think it's this door right here. Very easy. So we're going to use our spell. Very easy lock, blah, blah, blam. And then, yeah, I'm going to make another save here. I think this is where it gets really dicey. It's kind of out of the player's hands because it's just like luck of the draw. If you open this and the guard... Oh. Yeah, see what I mean? Oh, I think she's alerting a guard. What is she doing? Okay, so I'm actually... I wasn't even doing this correctly. So we're going to reload this save. And then I'm going to wait. Oh, God. That's right. You can't wait until... You can't wait while you're trespassing. So how are you supposed to do... Okay, well, there she goes, who's like some sort of chambermaid or whatever the heck. Ooh, yoink. Don't mind if I do. So, yeah, this is genuinely hard because you can just get caught immediately if you open the door, and there's not really a way to tell. Okay, we have an easy lock. So I'm going to go... Oh, I got to remember we have the Cobra's Dance as well. Minor latch crack. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to close the door. Now, it's not 11 o'clock, though, so as far as I know, this should not be here, right? Alessia's jewelry box. This shouldn't be in here because she does not put her jewelry in until she goes to bed. So I'm curious because it's giving us the quest marker if it's actually going to be here because that's interesting. No, I can't believe I clicked there. That's disgusting. Duh, duh. All right, a little bit over. There we go, and then one more. Beautiful. Dividing the Elder Scrolls. What? Yeah, so that's what I thought. Okay, so we have to wait here until 11 o'clock, which is going to be tricky because I'm trespassing. Huh. Which is interesting because I feel like this is definitely like a situation a lot of people would find themselves in. We've got a desk. I mean, obviously, we'll just loot the place too. Might as well. Crystal ball. Some random miscellaneous artifacts are worth something, but not a lot. As you can see here, there's not really a lot of things that have any value. Oh, warrior. Block skill book there. Yeah, I'll take that. Why not? And then we got some alchemical stuff here, which is always worth a little bit of a chunk. Well, shoot. Now what do I do? They kind of give you this little zone here to hide, but not even. You cannot wait while trespassing. What time is it, though? How do you even see, like, what time it is currently? Is there even a way if you're trespassing? Ah, man, oh, man, oh, man. That sucks. Do I, like, literally just get lucky here? I don't even understand. Because I can't use the bed either, can I? You cannot sleep while trespassing, even though it lets me sleep there, even though it's an own bed, which is kind of funny. Okay, so let's keep everything as it was because it can mess up the NPCs. And I don't see anybody down that hall, so I'm going to just, like, immediately dart back into this secret room. Now, what we would have to do is we would have to get back into the castle proper to not be considered trespassing and then make sure it's 11 o'clock, which I already should have done. But I honestly just forgot that you had to do it so early. Also, I have to pee like crazy. So we'll make a save, and I will see you in just a second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I went all the way back to the main castle proper, waited until 11 at night, and the Countess just walked past me. So it takes her, you know, she probably leaves at 11 and then starts walking to the room. I don't remember this being an issue, though, so I'm wondering if I missed something along the way. Also, when I left out of there, there was a guard to the left, and also her chamber lady followed, and then that's the Count. So yeah, I think she leaves at 11. And then the Count, the Countess, and the chamber lady, whatever, all go to the room. She places the room in the box. And then also there's a guard here. So, oh, God. I'm going to look down. Okay, they're still getting in position. So I think what we should do, we should probably wait because Oblivion has a lot of guard cycles. Like the guards will just obviously move from one place to another and kind of, you know, do their thing. So I'm going to make a save here too because this is basically just waiting for the right moment. I don't think it involves too much, player skill because like if I moved out right there and the guy just saw me, since we don't have stealth, we would basically just be screwed. So yeah, looks like midnight. So this quest is a little confusing because it looks like, you know, they tell you 11, but in reality it's like midnight once everybody's like settled or somewhere after that time to be able to go and loot the ring. So this is a pretty tricky, you know, quest to give a player early, I feel like, honestly. I feel like this would be somewhat difficult, you know. So we're going to chill here. There goes the guard. He can't see me in the shadows. So I'm going to hope, because I don't know where that chambermaid went. Hopefully she, like, hopefully she just went into a different room. Like, where did she even go? Is she sleeping in here with them? Because that's bizarre. Okay, we have another easy lock, so we're going to grab minor latch crack and go, yeah! And then we're going to walk in here. We're actually going to close the door, too, so that it cuts off that guard's vision. And then I'm not going to hold shift because we probably don't want to move too much. Actually, I am going to hold shift. But once we get closer... Oh, yeah, your sneak skill has increased. So whenever that happens again, that means, like, people are... If they, you know... do find you out, you are going to get caught. Adarji's ring. So there it is. I've got the ring. Now to find Adarji and collect my reward. Now, we're in the clear. We could also try to pickpocket them to go extra, but I'm not going to do that because it's not going to go right. I really wish, you know, Elder Scrolls 6, I hope that it has a pickpocketing minigame. I think that would be way better. I really don't like pickpocketing because, yo, you could have like 99% chance. You know, you could see his shadow through the door, by the way, which is such a weird Oblivion thing. So I think we can go now. Down the guard goes. Okay, should be good to go, and he should be going down that hallway. And I think I always, like, just follow him, which is kind of funny because you're not supposed to be here. We may be able to trigger his, like, trespass thing and then still be able to get out without, you know, with enough time. But honestly, it's just going to be better to go this way because we know this way is clear. And I'm going to crouch there just to see if he's following me because it would be lit up, the little eye icon. So anyways... Yeah, that's a very involved quest. Now, when I went back here, by the way, there was like a blacksmith, or I don't even know who he was, but there was some random dude down here in the basement. This is the torture room, but this is the basement. There was some random dude down here. You're not supposed to be down here, so he was about to, like, call the guards, but you do have a little bit of time to leave, just like in Skyrim, before they call the guards. So we should be okay. This should be the main castle proper. And there we go. Yeah, typically I go the other way just because, again, like the differences in playing when you're a kid versus like now is crazy. Because like in the day, back in the day, like I used to just see that red marker and I would go, okay, let me go right to it. But you're not thinking correctly because you should go back through the basement because it's more safe, right? Okay, so now we got to go find a Darji who looks like, I'm going to wait because if we try to go find a Darji now, they're going to get mad because their house is going to be closed. Or it's going to be illegal to walk inside or whatever. They're going to be sleeping, is what I'm saying. So we're going to wait until 10 a.m., which feels probably like noon in the Elder Scrolls world. Because, like, what the hell else are you doing in medieval times like this other than getting your day started earlier than having the sweet... having the nighttime relinquish you from this hell. Okay. There is a Darji's house, and where is... Oh, she's got a nice house. Wow. Hello.
Why does the prey approach me?
Well, it's because I found your ring, Darji.
Does the hunter have this one's ring?
That I do. Oh. We could rat out Amus. How does he say his name? Amusei? Yeah, that does kind of fit the character. Amusei tried to sell it back, by the way.
Amusei tried to sell it to Alicia Caro. Ah, stupid lizard.
I can't believe it.
Adarji uses the ring much more wisely. I use it to collect and sell information. That ring can be used to read private messages the Count writes. Get me that ring. Steal it from Alicia Caro if necessary. Just bring me the ring. I will pay double.
Wait, what? Oh, hold on. Wait, you say that and then she doubles the payment? Whoa. She has upped the reward to 200 gold coins. Oh my god, that's like a short-worthy little thing there. I had no idea that was even a thing.
Swift. Why does...
Okay, you didn't see me, but I left and came back, and now I have the ring.
Does the hunter...
Yes, I do. Here's your ring.
My ring. Oh, thanks to the claws of the clan mother, you have recovered it. Is that slimy Argonian dead? Did he suffer long? I hope so. You have earned the reward. The Thieves' Guild was always good to Adarji's dearest mate. I am grateful that the memory is still honored.
Oh, that's so weird. How did I not know that? Adarji's ring removed, and then we get 200 gold rather than 100, I do believe. Also, what do you trade?
Things.
Light armor, that makes sense. Okay, bye. It was a fun time. I'm so glad I was able to get your ring because obviously it is incredibly important, and I'm so glad you told me that, and then I was able to actually get the ring. Also, yes, definitely, Amusei is for sure. Oh, he's long gone. He's so dead. Oh, man, how dead is he? He's so incredibly dead. It's true. Okay, yeah, that quest was super duper involved, and there are other things that quest builds onto. Hello. Whoop. Just give you one of those. There are other quests that quest builds into, as we will see as well. So we will kiss the lucky old lady on the cheek, get blessed by some luck, and we will bring this episode to a close, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, friendly reminder, if you hit join under the video, you will be able to get these videos as soon as they're uploaded. It all just kind of depends on my recording schedule, but typically you will get everything at least a week ahead of time most of the time. It just depends on if, like, you know, the Oblivion remake comes out, then that's obviously going to shift things around, but a lot of the time these days I am recording a heavy amount ahead of time. So, in my opinion, it is a good value, and I'm going to say and express thanks to everybody that is a member currently for supporting this channel. But yeah, you do get some hefty boons, as well as the Patreon, which keeps getting more and more perks. I just added the, I found some old channels that have been dead for forever, and I'm going to take those playthroughs that were completed. There's some good stuff like BioShock, Final Fantasy IX, Dishonored, I think, random finished playthroughs from way back in the day, and I'm going to condense those and then upload those to the Patreon as well. I would do it here, but I think that's honestly going to be way too much because we're already doing that on the weekends with stuff like Dark Souls and Elder Scrolls and everything. So check that stuff out, link in the description, or click join below the video. But either way, thank you very much for watching this video. More to come, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!